Well, it's definitely a tale of two different markets here on Oahu. This is David Buck with Harcourts Island Real Estate, and today we're going to report on the overall home and condo market here on Oahu for May of 2025. And you're going to want to stick around to the very end because I've got some charts I'm going to throw up that just really shows a split and dichotomy between single family homes and condos, which all started back in around January of 2024. But first off, let's dive into the single family homes. And there we saw home sales down 5.6%. A year ago, there were 249 home sales here on Oahu. And then this past month, we only saw 235. So that was, a little bit of a drop in sales volume, but you'll see it's even more drastic or significant when we get to the condos. Meanwhile, the median home price actually increased 8.3%. A year ago, the median home price on Oahu was $1,085,000, and this past month we're at $1,175,000. As far as homes sitting on the market, they are taking a little longer to sell. Days on market are up 50%, going from 14 days to 21 days on the homes. And then active inventory is up 27% from a year ago. A year ago, we had 640 homes on the market. Now we're at 818 this past month. Overall, historically, in the big scheme of things, that is still significantly low. We still have really low inventory on the single family home front, even though it's up 27% from a year ago. Historically, 800 homes, like I said, is very low. And what's going on is we have a lot of homeowners that just frankly don't want to sell. They're in a good spot. They might have low interest rates that they're locked into and the high 2 to 3 percentile. And if they sell and go buy elsewhere, they might be paying high 6 to 7% interest rates. So that's what's going on with the homes. Although we are seeing movement, we talked about sales volume. It's happening, but it's lower than it was a year ago for the homes. Now we're gonna jump into the condos. Okay. Meanwhile, condo sales were down 21.8%. A year ago, we saw 478 condo sales on the island, and this past month it dropped to 374. So that's a big drop in sales volume. We eked out a little bit of appreciation a year ago. The median sales price was $495,000. This past month, we're at $500,000. That's a 1% increase year over year. Days on market are also creeping up for condos. We were at 25 days a year ago, and this past month we're at 39 days, which is a 56% increase, although that is slightly lower than this past month, where I believe we're at 43 days. Now I'm going to throw up some charts here, and these are the two big stats that just really point out what's happened in our marketplace. The first one is going to talk about active inventory on the island. When we talked about this last month, it was up 60% from the previous year. Now we're up still 54.8% from a year ago. A year ago, there was 1,651 condos on the market. And this past month, there are 2,556. So that's a huge increase, and you could see that in this chart. Secondly, months of supply are up 61.4%. A year ago, there were 4.4 months of remaining inventory, and now we're at 7.1. And as far as the National Association of Realtors goes, they say anything north of 6 months of remaining inventory is considered a buyer's market, quote unquote. Well, we're now past that 6-month threshold at 7.1 months. With all that said, there's some pain out there in the condo market for sellers, but the silver lining is, if things are priced well, they are still moving. Like we saw 374 sales in the market last month. And then the silver lining for buyers is this is a great opportunity because I think this snapshot in time isn't just not going to be around forever. So I did put a video together a couple months back about why this could be a great opportunity to buy now in the condo market. So I've got that link below and in the description, and I'll pop that up on the screen as well. So if you have any questions about what's going on in your specific area here on Oahu, buying or selling, feel free to reach out and give us a shout at 808-371-3509. Mahalo and have a great day.